Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena. Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. Curious, sensual thrill.
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure.
Serena enjoyed spice in our life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. We just don't know anymore. She made this with her own hands. She was really good. Something draws me to... We use this trunk to store trinkets and pay... It's too painful. We found this trunk at a flea market. Big enough for a lifetime of... We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. We found this big enough for a life... We hated guns. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around them. Big enough for a life... We hated guns. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. She used to keep magazines, paperback novels, usual stuff on these nightstands when we were staying here. She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. She is fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard. But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion. The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to, every cabin needs one. Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back, and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds. I love you. In eternity yours, Serena.
I still can't understand. Even the features of her face feel hazy and distant, like remnants of a broken dream. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Hers. I used it too, when shaving. They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors, so this came in handy. These keys are for the cabin and the car. I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare? We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice-blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here. I better stay in case Serena comes back. This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right? So many afternoons spent in this armchair. So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. Is there anything worse than beautiful memories turning to dust? I feel like I don't even have the strength to lift the lid. What once gave me so much joy now fills me with... Why? I might just as well stay here. I know it's my general state of mind, but I feel even more depressed near this armoire. Guess I can't shake off the memory of my sweet Serena trying on her various garments. How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much. As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. Some of her scent still lingers.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. There's something I have to tell you. I have been trying, and believe me, I've been trying so hard.
I almost have it. What was she trying to tell me? The most comfortable spot in the cabin. Well, along with the bed, of course. Someone said, work and love are the only things that ever really happened to us. Was it Freud or Marilyn Monroe? Without any activity, the corner feels cold and lifeless. All those moments we sat at this table, laughing, smiling, simply looking in each other's eyes. Will we have them again someday? Years passed, no tears fell, no death knell reached the golden shores they trod. Another love. It's different. But it can't be different. Am I going mad? Somehow she looks sadder than I remembered. Could I really have been so wrong about that night? My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple. Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Is it my imagination, or are you using even more these days?
She had a point. I am on medication for blood pressure, after all. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years.
Be honest. Does this dress show too much cleavage? I want only one pair of eyes on me.
How I miss her naked back when she was standing by this armoire. The perfect curve of her neck. The firm bottom. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It It was a different world back then. That ticking, it never stops. We seemed to take fewer and fewer walks as the years went by. Everything around here is so familiar. I've wasted so much time in my life. Did I ever take a break to show her how much I truly cared?
Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? Hey, hand me the water glass, will you? No, wait, let me just reach over.
When did the color fade from these lampshades? That's why we liked them in the first place. There's enough light already. How could I possibly forget the color of her hair like that, even for a moment? I never noticed it before, but there's a tiny crack in it. Well, it's a hairline fracture. I still remember when this thing smelled of fresh paint.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, and then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head all...
She ought to have been so immature about these. Even resorted to the old pill under the tongue trick more than a few times. She deserved better. She's angry now. Part of me realizes I should be more shocked by this, but for some reason, I just feel numb, beyond it. She was lying to me and manipulating me all the time. Why did I let her do that? I'm the one who should have been scowling. She played me like a harp and made me look like a complete idiot. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. Truth is, I could have used this spice to get some of her abominations down my throat.
Yes, go ahead and empty the whole salt shaker on your meal. I hope you choke.
She was always yammering about the salt, feigning concern about my blood pressure. Should have emptied this into her lying throat till she vomited. It's just a bunch of schmaltzy junk. The jewelry box. What is it doing here? A shrine to naivety.
I sit here on the train, taking me to my final farewell to the ones who brought me to this world. I see the smiling couples on their way to new adventures and think, it used to be us. We had joy and laughter and friends once, but a memory is not the thing itself. You're very good at letting things you don't want to face slip off you. You continue as if nothing has changed, lost in your own lifeless world. Words and dreams may be enough for you. You know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon. I question how I once saw things. How much of what I thought we had were my own feelings, and how much of your manipulation, because you are so very good with words, aren't you? You knew how to use them when we met, and for the longest time, I went along with the romantic whirl you conjured up around our shabby, isolated existence. Oh, it took me long enough to see it for what it was. And there were these moments that you swept me off on foolish flights of fancy, when I threw myself into your fantasies. You wove your spell, plying me with your magic and with wine in equal measure, and I was taken in like the lost little girl I was. Do you realize all the pain you've caused me? They say if you have to ask whether someone loves you, you already know the answer. Protestations to the contrary can no more convince me any more than I can make my own mother or father draw breath again. Your aloofness tells a different story. I no longer know what you're thinking. With my parents gone and with your refusal to even accompany me in my time of need, something broke. Or maybe it happened long ago, but I never saw it so clearly before, even after everything. I don't make you feel comfortable? Really? That's all you have to say? I won't waste any more life waiting for things that'll never come. Of course, that's what you expect me to do. Play the good wife so no one will laugh at you for being the failure you are, to shield you from the truth of your existence. Lost in your books and vapid verse, blithely drifting into the mists of time, as if not even a footnote, when you could be raking at it if you'd only used your words for anything other than personal indulgence. You talked and talked about your path, the winter blueness of my eyes, all that nonsense. And the years rolled by, the seasons came and went, on, you pursuing your dreams that will never be, lost in your damned words, looking for clues you'll never find. I'm sure you're doing it even now with your rotting books. You took the best years of my life, and gave only empty words in return. We've gone as far as we can, and something's got to give. S.
This where she kept her secrets. I should take a look inside. Where to put it? I should tear all her filthy, disease-ridden clothes apart and burn them. Everything she wore, just to lure me in. It's finally sinking in. She's not coming back. Nothing in this cabin will ever change again unless it's by my hand. The stains on this bed suddenly make me mad. Angry even. How could I have been so blind? Her vanity, always fixing her hair before bed.
And then you toppled us on the...
That incessant noise! I should smash this useless antique to pieces right now! It can't keep the time for 5 minutes straight. Chimes completely at random and never stops making that infernal noise. But hey, guess who thought it was so cute? A part of me still thinks she'll forgive me and come back. But I've lost all hope now. This armchair. This is where we had that talk. That damn... I couldn't care less about this damn thing.
Sit down. We need to talk.
When did it go so wrong? This was supposed to be a... We weren't supposed to fight here. Her wedding ring or mine? But what is it doing here? Oh, please, no. I remember how happy these made her. She smiled. That wonderful smile. It's hers. I can't believe she would just leave it here. Where the hell is she? No. It can't be true. I must have gifted these to make amends or something. Or did I? Did I ever gift her anything? No. No, I didn't do it. I need to wake up from this nightmare. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. She loved her trinkets more than she loved me. Right? I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I should just destroy this useless junk. But not even the venom inside me gives me strength.
I sit here on the train. I no longer know...
Why torture myself trying to remember?
You realize how stupid this was?
My God.
I had a plan. I took
What is this?
Nothing like this.
It can't.
But no,
It isn't.
couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now.
How did it happen?
The bulldozers are coming
I-
any minute.
Can't remember.
Don't worry. It's
It's already rotten beyond recognition. But how much time has passed? It's dry and withered. A body takes at least weeks to... How long has it been? I can't even remember how I did it. Maybe I didn't. Do I have brain damage? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Isn't time supposed to heal all wounds? Please, let me wake up. Let it be a dream. My face? What's happened to my face? Is this my punishment? It's like looking into a mirror. I've just been slowly rotting inside all along, until I took her life. I am a demon, a destroyer, impure. Those noises sound like more than one person. Who can it be? The police?
Do you realize how stupid this was? We had a plan. I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But no, you couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute.
Fire will do it.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time? It's been months since you...
Don't worry. It's all covered. He spent much time here.
Fine. Give me the kerosene. Oh shit. We forgot your... Fuck. It was so stupid to leave it. Why did you do that?
Can you calm down? I couldn't bear to wear it any longer. It's in a safe place. We'll pick it from the ashes.
No, not like this. Please. No.